me playing against Marshall. I think that I was playing a midrangey deck. But you see the classic combo now. Stars on round 1, Centralist on round 2 for 4 points. Hard to beat. But this is just a trade of rounds essentially, and also kind of puts me down a card. But this is one of the breakout cards from this set, it feels like. Just getting 4 points kind of for free. Very good.
You have enough breath for that? How do you have the breath?
Yeah, okay, so I had Inspire 1, so I was at 3 breath.
Mm-hmm.
And then Sensualist reduces its cost for each kind of status that you have. Nourish, Inspire, Sight.
Nice.
He played reasonably. I think you can expect to lose if your opponent Inspires on 1.
Yeah.
So we got the Nourish. And this is very much like a tradey game. I think he might be playing some similar thing to me. Yeah. And I threw this one out just because I wanted the space in my hand. And this deck is going to remove a bunch of the cards from the game, and I don't mind destroying one of my pets as long as I have the other one. And then it gets that permanent bonus on the pet from Pomegranate, the Nourish 5, or Nourish 6. So like mostly a trading mid-rangey deck, and then you get a lot of scaling so you can compete with combo decks.
What does Let Go do?
It removes the top 4
top
cards
4
in my
cards.
discard.
Okay.
So that's the kind of hyper thin angle that it's got. And I play Clearview because it combos with Sensualist, and it's also just one of the better cards. It's like a tax card. Gives vision.
Right. It gives you Sight, which lowers Sensualist cost by 1.
Yeah.
Nice.
What do you think you would do here?
What would I do? Where's Fleeting Nourish 2? I guess you want to do that on Pet, right? So you don't get status. I don't know.
This is...
Okay.
So I got kind of screwed there.
Yeah,
Maybe that was greedy of me. But I've tended towards, like, if I can play a 5-drop, but it stuffs my hand, right? Like, I'd only go down to 5 cards in hand, and then it's like, effectively, I'm losing 1 card draw. I tend not to. I think I've just been too much in a rush to do that. So it's not that I mind, like, losing a round to get the Nourish for the next round. It's more that I, like, want the card advantage. And particularly with this type of Hyperthin, or actually like most types of Hyperthin, I want to be going through my deck as fast as possible and getting rid of the cards that I don't want.
What is Hyperthin?
Hyperthin, so this is a term that I took from Gwent. It's essentially when you, like, in most games you, like, won't go through most of your deck, like Magic the Gathering or whatever. But in Gwent there's this deck that would, like, consistently get to the bottom of its deck and then take advantage of that in some ways. And in this game, like, you do consistently go through your deck, but you reshuffle.
Yeah.
So what if you reshuffle with only good cards, right? You still get to play good cards competitively in the early game, but in the late game, you have, like, 3 or 6 cards, right? So one version is, like, you have a very large pet that keeps growing, or you have some, like, 30-point around consistent engine, steady state. So that's Hyperthin essentially. And I think so there's 7 cards left in rotation for me now.
Yeah.
I could try to get that number down to 6 so that I'm seeing the things that I want to see every round. That's kind of a big difference.
Yeah.
But I guess here I'm prioritizing playing Pet, or maybe I'm going to do something else.
How do you create, like, a Hyperthin deck? Do you just have less cards in to begin with, or are you using, like, fleeting cards so that they get discarded?
Right, that's one of the versions is fleeting cards. and then there's like a rebirth version. But this one it's just using let go to remove 4 cards from the discard.
Right.
And it has redundant copies of most of the cards, such that you can just like remove without too much stress.
Yeah.
So I see that he's like out of breath at this point, and I could play something, but I'm prioritizing, I think, the like state of my deck and discard pile. Just gonna expect that I'll do better than him in the long term. But it's really scary because he's at 4 wins. I guess that's the other thing. Like if I win here, but he gets nourish, it's very hard for me to win next round. Because I'm not playing resets, and I think that I've seen his herring. Yeah, he's got Dawn for vision, and he's got Heron for reset, which is especially good whenever I've floated like several nourish.
Yeah.
I just like can't play a card because then he knows he's resetting at least that much nourish.
Yeah.
And he's also getting a 1-for-1 card advantage there.
Yeah, his Herons are fairly cheap right now as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's quite a strong card. These are all like some of the better cards, it feels like. Just everything is like dangerous.
What is the Dreamer card?
So Dreamer is a 1/1, but it has exhale 1, get an extra point.
Yeah.
So those are the main modes of it, but it also says if your hand is empty, draw a card. So you can play it in some like cool combo decks too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm somewhat playing around Heron by doing pomegranate here, and then
Right.
I mean it's tough. I know that he has breath, so I'm kind of bluffing that I've played a bunch of points, because even if he's just played 1 point, he's ahead of me.
It's risky.
Yeah. And I'm still getting the beneficial upgrade to my pet here.
That's nice.
I think there are either no chance or low chance that he's drawn pomegranate again. So he can't do the like round trading thing where he puts it on the end and then just takes the next round.
That pet is starting to look very strong.
Yeah, his is a little bit bigger than mine though. He got the rose on it early on. So we have the same number of cards in rotation. We both have 7. I guess I have rose, so that's gonna go away. It's like my free fleeting card. Gotta win 2 more here without losing 1. Who knows if we'll make it? We'll see.
Who knows?
You know, I
Would
forget.
you be recording
You've
this?
never seen
Would
this
you
before.
be recording this video if is there a selection bias here?
Yeah.
Record your loss.
I only show my wins.
Fleeting Nourish 2. Okay.
Good card. I think what happened, and this was kind of silly of me, he probably played Dawn here. Unless his Dawn is still in his discard, actually, it might have gotten covered. Yeah, it did. Okay, so he doesn't have Dawn. That might have been why I did that in part.
Yeah, how did you know he doesn't have Dawn? So he played it last round.
I think he played it last round.
Yeah.
Maybe he didn't.
Yeah, I think he did.
Oh, he did, right.
Yeah.
He played Pet and then Dawn, so it did come back. So it was silly of me to play Rose, and I know for certain that he has a reset. And this is the final round. I just have to ration my points around his resets. Which is quite hard.
How well do you know his deck at this point? Like, or are you just mainly thinking about like the reset and or like, are you mainly thinking about 1 or 2 cards, or do you know all 6 of them?
I think I've seen all of them. So I know he has Pet. I know he has Dawn, and then most of them he's like played and then shuffled.
Yeah.
But there might be some surprises. If we were playing, I could click on the deck to see, but. I'm assuming he leads with Dawn. So I think that's a fair read. He leads with Dawn.
Yeah.
Which means he has to play after my pomegranate, right? He's still losing. He plays Dove, then he's still losing because it's my Dreamer is 2. It's not Dove is 1, and that forces him to play the Heron here. Oh, he still had a Starling. Interesting. He's got the double Heron. Okay. Yeah, I had never seen the Starling or the Heron, so some hidden information.
Oof, this is tense. 4/4.
I think I could have. I absolutely misplayed that, right? Like, I was fighting for such a small inch there with trying to get the Starling to not get +1. They're like, I don't know, how big was my pet? It was a 7-point pet, and he played a Starling, so I know I'm ahead. If I had played that round better, I would have won there, I think. And here, I think I just bluffed that, right?
So Dawn gains you Foresight, and in the morning you return it to your hand. Okay.
Yeah, if it's the top card of the
If
discard.
if it's the top card of the discard.
Yeah,
Okay. So that's why you play it
last.
So that's why you play it last. Okay.
There's an appeal to playing it first, because then you're just operating with information. But if you end with it, then yeah, you're in a good spot. So looking back, so I won that, but I misplayed several times. There were like, the last 3 rounds I should have won, and this is the deck.
Nice.
Okay, so the last round, so this is the second to last round, and he wins with Heron, which means he has resolved the final card.
Yeah.
Which means that he starts with priority, and he has to play first, which is really bad for him, because he just plays a reset here, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I think he actually probably misplayed this. So he could have played Pet first, and I had the opportunity to mess up reasonably. I could have played Dreamer, and then Pomegranate. And then, so he plays Pet, I play Dreamer, he passes. I play Pomegranate, he passes. Then I play Pet, because from my perspective, I've only played 2 points. Many things he does will beat that.
Yeah.
After my Pet, he resets, and this is a tied round. And he still has priority, which is still bad for him, but
yeah, maybe get a better draw. Yeah.
I don't know, it was a cool game.
Yeah.
We had very similar decks.
Yeah, it was interesting. You both had Pet. You both had, what else did you both have? I guess that was what it was revolving around though.
Yeah.
Just like boosting, nourishing, pomegranating the Pet.
Yeah. I think he didn't have Sensualist. Maybe he did. I think he had Let Go also. But he also had Dawn, and he had Reset.